Hey, what's up, everybody? Blake here. Welcome back to the channel. I got some more NFL player props to take a look at here on PrizePicks for Sunday's slate. Got two picks we're going to take a look at here. So if y'all are new to PrizePicks, as always, use this promo code right here down below to get signed up. That'll get your first deposit instantly matched up to $100. So take advantage there. Free money. And we will talk about our last two picks really quick from Thursday night, Dallas and Seattle. Geno cleared his pass attempts and hit 23. We had him going over 22. Cleared that. Had Micah Parsons for a sack. A lot of opportunities, a lot of close calls. Didn't quite get there. It literally came down to the very last play that Seattle ran. Parsons was the one that ended the drive for them. Almost a sack. Geno's quick getting rid of that ball, though, just getting it out of his hands. So, it is what it is. And we went 1-1 there. So, wasn't able to cash that entire slip. If you paired those together, we're 3-1, so that puts us at 4-2. We're not terrible, so we're still shooting over 500, and we are looking to push that to 6-2 with these two picks that we're going to give out here. All right, so let's check. Obviously, I've got two picks that we're going to take a look at here. Just two picks. I was going to go more. We're not going to overdo anything here. Just going to take a look at two quality picks, talk about both of them. And they're actually both going to come from the same game, each team from the same game. And the first one that we're going to start with is going to be in our rush yards. And both picks are going to be from the Arizona-Pittsburgh game. So the first one that we're going to take a look at here is going to be Kyler Murray's rush yards. Line is set at 29.5. So I like the over on this. He's obviously played, just 3 games this year. And here's the rush yards right here. So he's played 3 games. Atlanta, 6 carries, 33 yards. Houston, 7 carries, 51 yards. And then against LA, just 1 attempt, which is actually not even like him. I'm not going to sit here and say he clears this prop all the time, but usually he's going to take off more than once. We can I'd count on that more times than not, that he carries the ball closer to 6-7 times than he does just once. So Pittsburgh is picked to win by 6.5 as the spread on it. Kyler still being back in the mix is just still new. Like I said, you could say he's not necessarily new because last year, he's got new linemen, different linemen than he did last year. I'm going to say him still being back new to the mix, not super comfortable with his line just yet, not very trustworthy of them, if you will. They rank 18th, so they're in the bottom half of the league, and that's just offensive line in general, whether that be rushes, blown assignments, sacks, tackle for loss, anything like that. 18th in the league, which is the bottom half of the league. Plus, you got TJ Watt that's going to be chasing this dude all night long. And Pittsburgh has really only played one other rushing quarterback, and that was Lamar. And he went for 45 yards on 6 carries, which, again, Lamar typically runs for a lot more than 6 carries. But 6 carries, he's able to get under 45 yards. Kyler Murray's the same way. He's quick. If he sees grass in front of him, he's going. He's taking it. So, like I said, that one rush attempt against LA is just not very uncharacteristic of him. So we see rush for 6, 7, and then 1. So I just think this is a pretty good spot. I said they're going to be looking to pass a lot, especially if they're predicted to be losing this game. So that doesn't necessarily mean that Kyler is going to pass a lot. Like I said, he's going to take the game into his hands, leave that pocket a lot. And I think 29 yards, he could get that in 3 carries, if not less, maybe more. But I'm going to say 3. If we get 3 carries out of him, that's pretty solid right there. Because, like I said, dude's quick. We know that. So that'll be the first pick. Second pick that we're going to take a look at is Najee. Take a look at Najee Harris, a guy that's not super popular on this channel. Just because he's just, I love Najee, but this matchup here, I think, is pretty solid. Going over 13.5 rush attempts. Take a look at that. Over 13.5 rush attempts. So we could take a look at it. look at his game log. I mean, check out this game log. He clears this in 7 of 11 games, so well over 50% of games this year. DK has juice minus 140 to go over 13.5. I would not be surprised if by the time I get done filming this video, it's not bumped up to 14 or 14.5. Minus 140 is almost unheard of for books to show that kind of juice, and PrizePicks not to reflect it by bumping the line. So like I said, clears this in 7 of 11 games this year. That's huge. Now he's going against an Arizona defense who has the most rush attempts against them, second most rushing yards allowed. Pittsburgh, like I said, is expected to have a slight lead in the second half. So, let's drain some clock, get that rock to Najee. And, he is a back that doesn't really have the blocking to bust off of 15 or 20, 30-yard runs. We don't see that a lot from Najee. You'll be lucky to get a 10, 11-yard run out of him. But he is a workhorse, which is good for this prop because we don't want, those huge runs take away from the rush attempts because you're covering so much yardage and eating up that field that could have been 4 or 5 rush attempts that you're getting in 1 or 2. So that's perfectly fine. But he is a workhorse. Dude hardly subs out of the game, and he is a back that just chews up a couple yards at a time and just really breaks these defenses down and wears them out and just extends these drives. And like I said, if Pittsburgh gets, their defense isn't great enough to, want to give the ball back to Kyler too much, and their offense isn't versatile enough to just, get the ball down the field really quick and get in the end zone. So if they can, maintain a 1-2 possession lead in the fourth quarter, they're going to fully take advantage of that. And I see Najee Harris being a huge, huge factor in that. So take the over on that as well. Over 13.5. Like I said, huge juice on this to go over as well in the books if you're a books guy. So that's going to be the 2 picks, man. Like I said, it's 1 game. So at least will know at the same time if our slip hits or not. We don't have to wait for a 12 o'clock or, a morning game and then a PM game. So we'll know at the same time. You can get another slip in after that if you want, if this, fucks over and doesn't cash for us. But I said 2 solid picks here. Let me know what you guys think. Good luck to everyone. Check back in tomorrow or Monday morning for the Monday Night Football slip. Good luck. Later.